And impunity is one of those things that is very pernicious. It's virtually invisible because it grows up around us as a cultural practice. But the
Yes.
example I always give when I'm speaking to this issue is the Stanford prison experiment, which was conducted in 1973. And some listeners, some viewers may be aware of what that is. But a professor of psychology at Stanford University in California decided to conduct an experiment, a role play, an extended role play, in which some of the exemplary students were selected to pretend to be prison guards for a period. I don't know if you're aware of this story. And other people were picked up. They were working in collaboration with the police. People were picked up and they signed and they agreed to participate in this experiment as pretending to be prisoners. Yeah. And some students and some members of the public pretended to be prisoners. And the experiment was supposed to run for 2 weeks and the whole thing was to be filmed. And the one ground rule is that you could do somebody anything and nothing would happen to you. You wouldn't be penalized by law. And what happened is that the people who were the good students, these weren't rebels, these weren't difficult students, these weren't revolutionary students, they started to do acts of sheer wickedness to the people who were imprisoned. They were beating them, they were starving them, they were denying them water, they were torturing them. And in fact, after I think it was about 6 days, they had to stop the experiment. So the question the Stanford prison experiment was meant to explore is a sort of a mental, a psychological question. Where do our morals and our ethics come from? Are they innate, like hardwired into us, or do they develop out of a social and a cultural context? Even someone who's good, you put them in a position. You put them in a position where there are no consequences.
Yeah.
And all concepts of good behavior can break down.